Okay, so while part 1 is uploading to YouTube, I've cleaned up some more parts. We're going to start to glue this together. This one's the base is pretty solid already, so we're going to glue our rest of our parts on it and see how we go from there. Right, so that goes underneath, clips on there nicely. So our first job is to run glue across there, just up and round. Fairly simple, like so, and that will help that bite in for now. Then what we're going to do from the other parts there, we're just going to run some glue in, a little bit much, touch it in that little gap, and the same on this side. So a little touch in there, and a bit more there, and that will, sorry, hit the camera, and that will help us get everything in and straight, and that looks lovely and level. So that's good. That's the front. I think it's the front, isn't it? Shows how much I know about armour. That's the front part on. Now we've got our rear section, which I haven't got a clue how it goes quite yet, but it looks pretty straightforward. I think that goes, does that go in there? Oh, wrong side, bear with me. Da, 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 da. Let's have a look here. Yeah, that goes right on the inside, up into there. Clip in like that sounded lovely. Okay, that's looking good. So we'll glue up from the inside where we can, and of course on the bottom, just a touch and a flow, as they say, and that is all we need to do to that. Level it up nicely, so that's in exactly the right spot. Checking that everything lines up. That's quite nice. Okay, right. Now we've got some idler shafts. Sounds like I know what I'm talking about, which I don't. Right, and that is on the rear. Again, excuse my wife having a paddy downstairs. So I need to line that up. Something like that, is it? So where's the, that goes like that. Excuse my uselessness. That goes up that way to there, I believe. Doesn't look quite right. Oh yes, it does. Yep, that's brilliant like that. So we'll hold that down. A little bit of glue. Our idler shaft then goes in at the right angle. Angle of the dangle, as they say. Same on this side. Get our shaft correct. I think I'm right in saying that one goes upwards. Yep. And on this side, it heads up that way. So that should be spot on, which it is. Lovely. Okay, so that's that bit. Now we've got a couple of more bits for the front. And they are covers by the looks of them. Again, I've got to work out which way they go and how they go on. Just literally like that. And again, just a touch and a flow. So that it takes. Brilliant. And up at the top. And they're in. That's nice. And they're handed, which is weird. This one goes that way. They're not handed. Bit of an odd situation. But hey ho, if that's how it goes, that's what we'll do. Right. So that's on there like so. Right, we'll allow that to dry for a few minutes, and we have our grills. Okay. Right. Having a look. Just to see. Pretty simple by the looks of it. So we've got a little bit of our glue right the way around. And then on. And they have got securing areas. That's nice. And again on this one, like so. The first one doesn't want to play ball. Just put a little bit of glue in to help it. That's lovely. And on the last one, I go on the top. Ooh, that's too much glue. Just like so. That goes on and clips in there like that. That's nice. Right. Then we have our edge pieces. Which again fit on fairly well. So, oops. And that holds that bit. And then we'll do that. And just drop a little bit of glue each side and that'll hold. Like so. Same on the other side. Come on. That's it. Just like so. Bit of a mess on there, but we'll soon clear that up with a sponge. Make sure everything lines in. That's nice. Right, we're going to leave those alone. I'm going to remove some more parts from the sprue. Then we'll come back and we'll carry on. Okay, welcome back. I know this is added on for a bit, but I've been away for a few days, so not done a lot. Excuse me. I've the sprues and I've mounted them all on cocktail sticks, or a lot of them. The bogies were done and the suspension parts were added, so they're all done nicely. Excuse me. There's parts off here ready to go onto the main unit. First of all, we're gonna just mount the smaller wheels, whatever they're called. I know they're called something special, but hey ho, I've no idea. Just says the wheels, but hey ho. Anyway, right, keep those pets separate for a minute to get my snips, wherever they are. Let's see if we find them. What have we done with them? Oh, here we go. Citadel snips, the best you can buy, in my opinion. Right, so all I've got to do is just snip the ends off. Whoop. Drop it down and then place that inside and into the, I always forget what it's called, but the brick I got there, which is used normally for putting plants in and kept wet. They're all ready for spraying, like that. And here we go again. It's number 3. Oops. And that's number 4. And then we have our other parts ready, which there are 6. And again, we're just going to take the points off the cocktail sticks so that they can go in and hold nicely, just like that. I'm one of these people who like to spray everything, so I tend to do this a lot. It does take a little bit extra time, but the finished article always tends to look that little bit better for it, so it's well worth doing. Now this isn't very thick, that one, but that will do the job. And they're still loose. Some aren't quite as thick as others, so you have to be a little bit picky on what you use. Okay, alright, they're all set. All the drive wheels have been removed, cleaned up, and they're all in pegs ready to be painted. Obviously I'll try and do one whole painting session in one hit. That's how I prefer to do things, rather than keep getting the paint out and risk a different colour or whatever. Okay, so like I said, the bogies are all been done. A little bit of clean up on that one. They're all ready to be sprayed, and they'll go on to barbecue sticks, wherever I can find them. Here's the 6. So, no, actually what I'll do, they're going to be glued to the body. They can go onto here, no sweat. So, just working out which way they go. And they go on like so. So, we'll have a look. Checking the instructions. How do they go? So they literally do go on like so. So what we'll do is we'll run a little bit of glue, put them in place, just hold it for a few seconds. In fact, we'll do both of them, or all of them I should say. And always checking your alignment so that they're absolutely spot on. to my eye anyway. And on we go again. That's looking good. Just drop a little bit of glue around the bottom of each bogey. Checking that all lined. That looks good for that side. And again, dropping a little bit of glue in each part. To take. And again, lining them up. This is quite a weak area of the kit, if I remember rightly. So we're being a little bit careful with it. Okay, making sure they're all lined. Looking good. And then just drop that little bit of glue in each. So it runs around. Should be good to go. Right, so that one could be left for a little while. And we are starting on the upper hull, which is all tickety-boo. Just having a look through, make sure we ain't missed out. The tracks will come to in a whole video when we do those, because they're going to be a little bit different. So our first part is to get the side track covers and work out what's inside and what's outside. And we're just going to put on our spacers. Let them do the business. Oops. They're on nicely, so that can go there. We then have some parts to go on. Bear with me, I'm just reading the instructions. Right, we're not going to have a figure in this because there is a reason for it, and I will show that at a later date, but there won't be a figure, so this doesn't really concern us. Okay, so we have a part that goes on the front in here, which is this bit. We make sure we got it right. So it goes on just like so. And we just drop some glue around just to make sure that goes hard. On the rear area, again, it literally just clips in. Oops. Like so. And we're just making sure we've got everything correct. So we run glue along the edges. Like so. Making that nice and solid joint. Put that into place, hold it in for a few seconds, being very careful not to get glue everywhere. So just a little bit more glue down there just to make sure that's in there nicely. Right, we then have this part here. Sorry, don't know what they're called. And again, that goes in. Now that can be left for a little while. Right, we want sprue L, which is this one, and we want the two parts, bear with me, that go in on the edges, which is 34 and 35. like so. I'm going to give those a quick swipe over with a small, very thin sanding stick and very fine. Excuse me, I'm not under the camera, am I? Oops. That takes me to put them away. I'll put them away in a minute. That's brilliant. Right. Instructions say, looking at this, these bits go on. Hello, Dudley's awake. They go on like that. Sorry, I'm just concentrating on what I'm doing. And it looks like they go in, not like that, on that side, but that side. Like that. And they just slide in. And those ones could be left to dry. Excuse me while I let the dog out. Come on, Daddy. Oh, God. Right, on this side, I'll just line of glue. Put those on, that one on there. A little bit fiddly, but it will go like so. Right, we have an L31. Don't know what it's for. It's only a little straight bit. So we'll get that bit out, clean it up as per usual, like that. Find out which side it goes on, which it looks like that side, and it goes there. And slides onto there. So that's in and on. Now, this bit, again looking at everything, just having a look, making sure everything's lined up how we need to do it. So that goes in there, something like that. That's it, and I felt it click. So what we'll do, we'll just run a little bit of glue around the pivot point, and we'll put a little bit of glue in that joint I completely missed then. Hold that up into place just for a few seconds, and that'll just bind that in. And the same along. Oop, far too much glue. In we go again, and that'll just hold up into place. And just in there, so that all just fits in nicely like so. And the same with this bit, and that has a lovely nice feel to it when it clicks into place. We just want to make sure we get that edge straight. I think that bit going down properly. That is. That's it. Okay, now the front end doesn't seem to want to go in. Ah, there you go. Click. Run your glue along there. And in that. And hold that up into place. Just hold it for a few seconds. And that'll be done. And then running our main bead of glue right the way along. So that goes up and into place. Checking the alignment of all our little bits. And that looks great. Okay. So that bit clips in underneath. In fact, I'll leave that and let that dry up, and I'll come back to that at a later date. Just take that off. Right, so we're getting somewhere. We're starting to look like a tank now after a couple of sessions. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to let this dry overnight. I'm going to edit this video and put this one up. We're getting very close, fairly close now. We've got loads of little pieces to do, but I'll get a load prepared off the sprues, ready to build in front of camera. Okay, right. Thanks a lot for watching.